Welcome to Whyte Label Advice. I'm your host, Brooke McNeely. I'm the VP of Marketing here at White Spider, and we are joined today by our lovely Scott Benedict, our VP of Partnerships. Yay!
I see you invested in new sound effects there, Brooke. That's exciting.
Yep, and we also are here today with our founder and CGO, Eric Howerton.
Wow, that's kind of cold there, Brooke.
I like it. I hit the wrong button. Oops, I hit the wrong
did
button.
you? You're forgiven.
Totally hit the wrong button.
Totally forgiven.
I'm sorry. Here you go. Yay!
See how Scott did not clap? Not a one time for me. Yeah. But I was over here cheering.
You're always the eternal cheerleader for everybody. That's great.
Yeah, it is great. It's a great
That's
job.
not why we're here today.
No.
Not talking about how supportive Eric is, especially on LinkedIn, because he manages his own account. There's not a super new secretive person behind the scenes that we're super excited about.
Never.
But yes. Hello and welcome. We want to talk today about deals for days. So we know that the holidays are coming up, and one of those that kicks it off is Black Friday. So Walmart has announced that Black Friday should not be one day. Black Friday should be 1 month. Mm-hmm. And so they did this by announcing deals for days. So Scott, what is deals for days?
So I was reading about it the other day, and it's an exciting development, I think, for consumers and people to shop at Walmart. Basically, it's taking, as you said, that Black Friday weekend that used to be really kind of the centerpiece of holiday shopping, and they're extending it out and offering a series of deals, a series of great values that are seasonal, relevant, and great values, obviously, throughout the month of November, instead of concentrating the deals just into one day or one weekend.
Yeah. So, Eric, why do you think they decided it had to be like a whole month?
I think what Redfield said, it's now a season, right, instead of a day. It's kind of like his words in the article.
Yes.
What was that quote, Scott?
That was, okay, you're going to make me read the quote?
You might as well.
So
he
while
already has
he's
it pulled
looking,
up.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have it right here.
Oh, there we go.
Computer. By the way, it's Charles Redfield. We don't refer to him as Mr. Redfield.
Sorry, did I not say Mr.?
Charlie?
No, don't.
Never. Charles. Got it.
Charles.
Total
Our customers are counting on us more than ever to help them find the season's best gifts while delivering incredible savings like only Walmart can. And he's absolutely right about that, because here we are. Inflation is part of the conversation every day, as are supply chain issues. And so the thing, about a Walmart shopper is they're obviously not only time pressed, but also looking for value. And I think he makes a great point that there's ways in which a customer relies on Walmart to not only serve their everyday needs, but to really help them do their holiday shopping in a way that fits their schedule, fits their budget, and provides them some high quality items at a great value. And I think that's it ties to Walmart's heritage, but this is a new way of doing something they've been trying to do for years. So.
Yeah. I think that to kind of answer your question as well, Brooke, why? I mean, I think that over the course of the last decade and a half, right, with the digital evolution of retail, has put more pressure against that specific event, which used to be owned really by brick and mortar back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
As truly the Black Friday one-day event, and everybody in the community got involved in that. I mean, but even before digital, they were people kind of cheating those lines, trying to draw the customers to their stores before the other stores open their season.
Opening at midnight on
Yeah, it just keeps expanding out. And so now, I mean, I think Walmart's answering the call that we're basically what customers are demanding out there in the market. But I also like the statement about now more than ever, which is really true. And that's good Walmart fashion.
Absolutely. Now, Brooke, here's where I have to drop the term Cyber 5 into the conversation. You familiar with Cyber 5?
I think I've heard it. Go ahead.
Okay, so Cyber 5, as online retailing became a thing a few years ago, like right about the time that Eric founded the company, Black Friday weekend extended not only in stores but onto online, and the 5 biggest online shopping days of the year became Thanksgiving Day, when most stores were closed, Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Cyber Monday was kind of the bookend of that big online shopping weekend. And so you could argue that online shopping and the development of digital grew that from a one day to a 5-day event. But now the things that we've seen in the last few years, things like the discussions about supply chain issues a year ago, where I was giving advice to people at the time, when you see a great item, buy it, because you don't know if it's still going to be there the closer you get to Christmas, to the fact that now the shopper wants a little bit of flexibility in the time window, but still wants those great values. Now I think this is Walmart taking that to the next logical extension of how the consumer wants to shop. So
you mentioned something, Scott, that I think that if you can just put the C word against anything that Walmart does, it'll help answer a lot of questions. Well, no, but that is one good C word.
Cyber, I know.
But maybe we could add on, convenience is what I was picking up.
Okay.
Cyber convenience.
CC.
Boom. CC.
Yes.
But I mean, that's the reality, right? I mean, it's more convenient to be able to get more deals at my time, when I'm ready. I mean, there's a lot of things that affect, when somebody might, would like to go out and shop for a deal. It doesn't happen. It's definitely more convenient to have multiple days than it is to have one.
Absolutely.
And then multiple weeks versus one.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember, when I worked at the newspaper, which it was a long time ago. But yeah, I remember I always had to work. I don't know why. I always would do the short stick on Black Friday. And so I always had to get up and I had to be at work at like 3 a.m. And you go and you literally just walk around, and I would go from like the Toys R Us and the Best Buys and the Walmarts and everything, where everybody was lined up and it was just like an event, and they had like Santa Claus out there giving hot chocolate to people, and it was definitely crazy. And now, just think of it now, you can literally like just wake up and buy, get deals. You don't even have to get up early. Like you just get the deals like literally like a month before Black Friday. So it's really interesting to see how it's changed.
Yeah, it's also interesting to see the fact that there's a lot of angst, I think, in the retail community. Are we open on Thanksgiving Day? Are we not? What impact does it have on our employees? What impact does it have on our customers? Now you're seeing more and more people post-pandemic say, let's go ahead and keep the physical stores closed. Let's point our shoppers online. They can shop at their leisure. Our team, who's got a big season ahead of them, can stay home with their families on Thanksgiving Day. And then let's be ready to serve the customer the next day in physical stores, right?
Yeah. So just don't be a developer,
programmer.
Don't be the programmer on that day, because if something crashes, you're on call. But you still, if everything is working great, and you still have the day off as well.
Absolutely.
So. But yeah, what I wanted to also talk about is just, I know that they are launching something new this year, and I think this is what you want to talk about, the W Plus stuff, like the Walmart Plus. And so how are they bringing in, just something even more, like even more special for their people that are members?
Yeah, early access. I believe that the deals start happening at like 7 p.m. and then the Walmart Plus members get to start at noon, if I recall correctly. Double check me, Scott. Yeah.
I'm looking right at the page there, Eric. Did you want to see that?
No. I was just going to let you. I mean, because you're the fact man.
You're like, I read it. I'm just, I don't know how I remember. I remember it.
But yeah, I just think it's awesome that they're doing that, right? I mean, I think it's just. I think it demonstrates more value to be a Walmart Plus member, obviously.
It does.
Which therefore engages Walmart a little bit closer to their customer. And, and I think it, keeps that loyalty. But, also at the same time, I mean, it makes me kind of fall more in love with Walmart from a standpoint of, being treated with a little bit higher esteem, because I'm investing and so therefore I should get some sort of return. And that's a very nice return. I mean, to be able to go pick through these hot items before anybody else, before the masses come in. I mean, that's pretty cool. Can you imagine if that was on like back in the brick and mortar days, right?
Oh my goodness.
To be able to get into the store.
Get in the store earlier than everybody else?
Yeah. How cool would that be?
Oh, that would have caused a riot in front of the stores, though. They used to get mad at me because I would get cut in the line because I would want to be in the store, like as the people were coming in, taking pictures. Yeah, and so they would let me in, and people would be like, "What does she get to go in first?" And I'd be like, "I'm just taking pictures. I'm not buying anything."
I remember the press. You weren't wearing your press pass or anything like that.
Probably, but it was dark, so
nobody could see it. No, I'll tell you though, Eric, your point about adding value to the Walmart Plus membership, I think, is absolutely key. It's not only are you getting something special, but it just reinforces the value of being a Walmart Plus member, which they just keep finding new ways to add value to that membership. This is just the most seasonal seasonally relevant part of it, but it's just it really feels like they're not kind of sitting on their laurels. They're finding new ways to add value to the Walmart Plus membership, which is exciting to see.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I mean, honestly, like, there's always the additional reason that might resonate with somebody to become, a closer member to the organization, and this could actually convert a lot of folks. I mean, in marketing, and you do it too, Scott. We're always looking for those ways to just kind of, what's that one little trigger? I mean, it's all the same stuff, right? I mean, but at the end of the day, like, what causes me to convert over? And I think that could do some things for some folks.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I remember, when I was in high school, I worked at Toys R Us. And I worked Black Fridays on Toys R Us too. I guess I have a long history with Black Friday and the retail. Yeah. But we would, I just can't imagine. It'd be kind of cool. So like basically like these Walmart Plus members are basically getting like first access to like the Tickle Me Elmos of like the year, because anybody that came in first would get like the big toys, and then my favorite was when they would come there on Christmas Eve and they'd be like, I can't find any Tickle Me Elmos, and you're like, yeah, they've been gone since like November.
Yeah.
Like, like, but when are you gonna get your next shipment in? I'm like, after Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, and so people will be really upset. But then it's like, so it's like you're gonna be that person that gets that Tickle Me Elmo like first.
Absolutely.
It's happy kids.
Scott, do you think that there's a lot of supply chain reasoning behind this as well?
I think
kind of
that's
spread out a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's that plays a contributing factor to it. Does it feel as bad as it did a year ago? No. I mean, somewhere out there, there's an interview I did with a TV station in Bryan College Station last year on Black Friday, which I said, if you find a great deal, go buy it because you don't know what's going to happen. We're in a far better place, but is that issue completely resolved? No, it's not. And I think part of the rationale is you don't just serve the customer with convenience, you serve them with availability.
Right.
And because you're not holding merchandise, you're not keeping it until one day, but spreading those great values out, you lessen the risk of that great item I'm looking for as a customer won't be there if I don't go on a specific day. So it creates a lot of convenience for the customer and assurance of getting something really, really neat as a gift. So.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to talk about is I thought it was interesting that all of the deals start online first. And so I wanted to know, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. I thought that was kind of cool that, they're really bringing in that online and in-store kind of together.
Yeah. I got to tell you, that's a real change in thought process and approach over the course of years with Walmart, where there was always a fear of keeping a customer out of the store. There was a concern that would online cannibalize store sales. Now it's both channels are healthy, and a mindset that I think Doug has really brought to the organization since he's been the CEO is let's serve the customer whenever, however they want to be served. And the nice thing about online is now you can serve that customer, get them a great deal. And one of the neat things that you can do is you can kind of get a flavor for what items are doing really well that the customer is really interested in, so that then when it comes time to make it available in a physical store, you got a little digital intel that came out of what happened online that helps the store manager go, okay, these items really resonated. Let's make sure they're out front and center. These maybe weren't as good. Obviously, they'll be part of the promotion, but let's not focus on them as much as we focus on these deals over here that online did really, really well. Customer seems to really like them.
It's kind of like, what are we going to stack high?
Yes.
Right.
Well, everything, but
everything. What we stack higher.
Higher than,
There you go.
Higher.
There you go.
No, that's a good point. I bet that is good. I mean, especially coming from a merchant perspective, Scott, like you have, right? That's, a lot of those kind of ambiguous questions that you go up to one event one day and that day is over. This is going to allow you to make some better calls for that.
Serve a customer better, and as a merchant, you make better decisions. Both as the buyer, as the store manager, as department manager, you've got more intel, more ways to serve a customer more effectively.
Yep,
that's always good, right?
Agreed. And I think it wouldn't be very inclusive of us to not think about how this impacts the brands in a positive way as well, right? I mean, leading up to that big event, you know, in brick and mortar. But if you're participating in this, you know, and if your items are in that, I mean, that just gives you more opportunity to have your items kind of put out in front a little bit. And it also calls to be even more catalog excellent before the season.
Yeah, you think that the brands, if they were going to be participating in it, Walmart would pretty much expect you to have a really nice looking item page. So
Yes, you would. But I think that's a great call to action, Brooke, is the fact that, you know, we know, because we're in that business, that a lot of decisions about an in-store purchase emanate from an item detail page, from a product detail page. And so standing tall on that, making sure not only is the page itself excellent, but that your keywords are in the right place, that you show up in searches, that you're aligned to that promotion. Those are a pretty big deal, even on these items, let alone the everyday business you have at Walmart.
And let's not forget, you know, one of the most impactful phenomena about all this digital merchandising stuff is so let's say I'm a Walmart Plus member. The deal starts, I go in, I see item A, and I'm not going to buy it today. Mm-hmm. But if I did go view the PDP and I've understood that item, and even if I'm not interested in it right then, there's more events coming down the pike, especially as it comes closer to the big event in there. And having the ability to understand that item on that PDP, and then you're in store and you see it, now you can touch it, but you know all about it. That's a big deal. I mean, I think that, you know, that robo effect, that long-lasting impression, that library of information for that product is essential.
You know, it's like the digital version of a phenomena we used to see on Thanksgiving Day, the huge newspaper with all the ads, and people would sit around the table going, okay, we're going to go to this place first, then we're going to go to this place. This is now the digital version of that, which is, okay, these items are going to be available this time. These items are going to be available this time. We're going to order these online. We're going to go in the store to get these. Yeah. It converts the planning, the shopping planning process in a really convenient way, and gets greater access to the items because, of course, when it was just really a physical store event, if you walked in the store that they were sold out in, and or the crowd just got a little out of control, we saw that over the years. You don't have to face that anymore. It's a lot more of a pleasant shopping experience in what is a very high pressure situation for a lot of shoppers.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, I have one last question.
Okay.
Are you guys going to be there? Are you guys going to participate? Are you going to be shopping? You're going to get all your Christmas presents?
You know, I think I am going to do this season of Black Friday this year. You know, I mean, I've never been one that went out on the Black Friday deal event. I mean, I never
went out
did.
as a shopper.
I never went to the brick. I mean,
and being on the working side of it, I was like, I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean, I just never like that. I kind of went afterwards or a little bit before, you know, really last minute. I mean, I'm actually more like when
you're the Christmas Eve shopper.
I am.
Yeah,
I am very much so. But this year, I mean, because the convenience of, I mean, being able to shop and get in there and check things out. I mean, you know, it might take me 30, 45 minutes to kind of browse around the shop and make some decisions. And I like the way they're staggering the events. I'm assuming that means they're going to be releasing different types of assortment at those times as well, which will be cool. I mean, that's a way to keep me engaged for the whole month.
Keep coming back.
Brooke, I wonder, does his wife listen to our podcast? And does she now know what his plan is?
I'll send her. I'll be like, fast forward to this spot.
Yes,
she only does when Brooke sends her.
Yeah, I'll text her. I'll be like, listen to this.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
This is what Eric's going to be doing.
Yeah.
So one up him. And don't
get out there first,
and do not be impressed.
Yeah, your wife reminds me as a Black Friday shopper. Like she would probably be the one that would get up at like 4 a.m. and like be on top of it. She's just seems very planned.
She's kind of like Black Friday shopping all day, every day of the year. Like she literally is buying presents in June,
like January.
Yeah. So as this thing extends out to 3 months, she's the perfect candidate. But they have to get to June.
And that's when she's Christmas.
Yeah. Black Friday starts June 30th, and then it goes all the way through. Right. That's when Tara will be impressed.
That's when Wyatt starts writing his like Christmas list. He's already like, "This is my wish list. And this is what I want." And I'm like, "That's great. It's like July."
Yeah, you're not getting that.
No, ever. No.
Just always tell kids no.
No. And they're always surprised. Like, I got it. Yay.
Yeah, well, mine are grown, so I don't have to worry about that.
Congratulations, man.
Grandkids?
No,
Not yet.
I'm not that old. Come on.
Well, I mean,
I went to my high school reunion and we just had there was 2 grandmas there that I graduated with. So I was like, I'm old enough to be a grandma. I'm not. Thank goodness.
I beg you to change the subject.
All right. Yes. No, that was it. Yeah. So are you going to participate? Are you going to shop?
Now, Brooke, I've been involved in retailing for my entire adult life. Not going to that is like saying you were a football player and you don't go to the Super Bowl. You know, I can't help it. I have to go. I have to see whether I'm shopping or not. I'm a student of retail and I want to go out and see what's going on. So,
all right. Well, we will have to do this again.
Yes.
In December, and you guys can give me a report card on how they did.
We should do that the week after Black Friday and kind of tie these 2 episodes together. What do you think?
That sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
You should be in marketing.
yeah, you should. Scott, will you please? I mean,
Yeah. No, I was leading the witness. That means put some time on our calendars.
Yes.
So that we can do this
Got
again.
it. We'll do this again. Which means you have to go to the store and participate.
it's all your fault, Brooke, if this
Yes.
happens.
Yes. And by that time, my voice will sound normal again.
There we
so.
go. Yay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. This was a great podcast.
Thank you, Brooke.
See you later.
Appreciate you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.